G'day viewers, the end of another week means it's time yet again for Totally Fucked Up Friday. And first to California, where a story breaking in the last 24 hours, the verdict of a shooting on Oakland BART, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, where on New Year's Eve a man was shot dead by a transit cop. Now, the cop was actually convicted of involuntary manslaughter. And what that means is the jury decided he didn't mean to kill the guy, but his criminal negligence was responsible for the death. So he has been convicted, which is almost unprecedented for a law enforcement official to be convicted of anything for a shooting in the line of duty. Now, a lot of people are saying the cop should have been charged with murder, and when you see the video, and there's lots of video of it on YouTube because it happened in public, what happened, the dead man was being held down by one cop, totally immobile, and the one who did the shooting actually stood over him, drew a sidearm, and shot him in the back at point blank range. Now, the main defense, aside from saying the guy who was shot dead was a nasty man, guy had spent time in jail and I believe was even on probation and was resisting, but at the time he was being shot was being held completely immobile, but also the cop who did the shooting said because of bad training he made a mistake. He thought he had his taser in his hand when he had a gun. I'm just going to say that it's actually a lot more complex than people on either side are putting forward, but in this sort of case people do tend to just say it's this or it's this, when reality is much more convoluted. And when you look at the video and the way the cop reacts after the shooting is not really the way I would expect a murderer to react. That's just me. But when the defense is he and the other transit cops are so poorly trained that they may shoot someone dead when they only mean to tase them, and I mean shoot an immobile man dead by shooting him in the back at point blank range, that might be true, but it really isn't reassuring. And hey, do I have any Italian viewers? This might be the only news you're getting today because the Italian media went on strike. This is not about wanting better conditions, more pay, more holidays, anything like that. It's in protest at the blatant attempts by Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi to just shut down any criticism of him. His latest one is going under the guise of being against surveillance and against prying into people's lives. This guy, outside of full-on military dictatorships, he is the most corrupt politician on the fucking planet. I'll put it out there, which, based on his track record, will probably get criminal charges against me in Italy. Because Italy is the country that actually convicted senior Google executives of a crime because someone uploaded a video to YouTube. A video YouTube took down when there were complaints about it. It was violence against a mentally disabled kid, and YouTube took it down. But it was deemed a crime by senior executives at Google. So the fact I've bothered to point out that Silvio Berlusconi is one corrupt motherfucker probably means that's now one more country I better not visit. Let's lighten it up a bit. Let's talk about cute kitty cats. Everyone loves cute kitty cats, okay? And people make fun of cat people, like someone who has multiple cats, like 5, 10, 20 cats. Crazy cat people, okay? They just love cats. And cats look after them. Like a case where a guy was dying in his house and his mother depended on him for care. So there were 2 lives on the line. And the cats sent out a rescue call. Wait, no they didn't. The cats didn't do anything. No wait, the cats did something. After the guy was dead, they started eating him. Cats are evil. And I just want to round off by referencing back to the first story on a bigger issue. Quite possibly the only reason the shooting case got any coverage at all was because of the amount of video of the incident. This modern age people with their little cameras and mobile phone cameras, there is a lot of footage of this shooting. It got a lot of attention. And it's quite reasonable to say that is the only reason the cop was charged with anything, because of this incredibly damning video evidence. And it's good to see that in light of this incident and a few others, steps are being taken to make sure this sort of thing doesn't happen again. Namely, it's becoming increasingly common for it to be an actual crime to take video or photos of a cop. Not much wrong with that. Come on, Americans, spin the line about free speech again. I love it. Irony's my favourite thing. It's not limited to the US, of course. In fact, I'll link you to another story, an awesome one in the UK. There'd been a really bad run of UK cops hassling photographers. It got to the point where they were actually specifically told by their senior command to stop hassling photographers. Which worked. Oh wait, no it didn't. Read the story below of the 16-year-old who got hassled by cops, and this kid is far more together than I would have been in those circumstances. He just calmly asked under what law were they trying to stop him from taking photos, and they said they don't need a law. That's right, in this day and age, when they realise the sort of trouble they can get in if people photograph or video them doing things, cops are just saying they can do what they want. And for one, it would fucking work on me. I do not mouth off at cops, and if someone told me to put a camera down, I probably would. So it's lucky for me there are people out there with more balls than me, because this is happening more and more often. Cops are being caught on camera doing illegal things, and the response is to make taking pictures of cops illegal.